Welcome, River City's community media viewers and Lincoln High School Red Wrestling fans to the 76th Annual Individual State Wrestling Championships from the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. The Lincoln High School Red Raiders have qualified 5 individuals for this year's tournament. At 106 pounds, the freshman Preston Spray takes a record of 41-6 and an honorable mention ranking into the first round. He will take on Colby Hines, the sophomore from Waunakee. He's 35-12. At 126 pounds, Cale Bennett's the senior, 37-9. He comes into the tournament and he's honorable mention ranked. He will take on a tough opponent from Mukwonago, who's ranked 4th in the state, a senior, Luke Elzuski, 44-5. At 145 pounds, Weiler Lubeck, ranked 6th in the state. He's a junior, 42-4 his record. He will take on an honorable mention ranked Chandler Storder out of Bayport. He's a junior, he's 31-13. At 220 pounds, the Lincoln High School Red Raiders have Lane Collada, a senior, 29-11 his record. He will take on an honorable mention ranked Kyle Bowens, a senior, who is 24-4 from Kenosha, Bradford. And at 285 pounds, the big heavyweight Mike Iverson is a senior. He's 24-10 coming into the tournament. He takes on the number 4 ranked Isaac Klarkowski out of Green Bay East Southwest. He's a senior at 29-5. That's the first round matchups for the Lincoln High School Red Raiders. We'll bring you those matches when we return to the Kohl Center for the 76th Annual Individual State Wrestling Championship. And we're back now at the Kohl Center for the first match for the Lincoln High School Red Raiders. 106-pounder, the freshman Preston Spray, 41-6, honorable mention ranked. He's taking on Waunakee's sophomore Colby Hines, who's 35-12. The winner of this match will take on Jaden Verhagen out of Kaukauna, who won his match on a fall over Carter Zeeble of Slinger. Spray and Hines squaring off. Carter Stitcher from Clinton, Devin Gore. Spray likes to attack from his knees if he can. He'll have one knee up, one knee down. A low attack protects those long legs. Hines reached in, now a front headlock trying to get to a near side cradle head in the corner. On the side he goes and has a takedown on Spray. 2-0 the lead for the Waunakee sophomore. Spray to his feet, hits a switch. They stepped out of bounds before we got the switch hit.
The winner, the 106 from Oshkosh West, Alex Hunter.
Spray on the bottom in the referee's position to start. 1:13 left, first period. Hines will cover and try to ride.
The winner of 106.
Little roll by Spray, reached back, got a headlock. Put Hines to his back, couldn't control him, no. Now Hines trying to pin a knee down to reach through, get another ankle. Spray pops right back to his feet and they're off the mat one more time. 53 seconds left, first period. Spray still trails 2-0.
Wrestling now on mat 5, Division 1, 120
Spray was close to reaching back with that headlock, but he couldn't quite control Hines on his back.
Division 1, 120 pounds from Waterford, Hayes Halter.
Hines riding that ankle, stopping the first move. Spray trying to put that foot down. Now coming with an inside set. Got elbow control, comes out the face, got one in the escape. 2-1, Spray trails. Bad shot in from too far out. Hines going to counter. Round the corner he goes and he gets a takedown. 4-1 on a bad shot by Preston Spray. 25 seconds left. Spray trying to come to his feet, hitting a switch. Spray to his feet, and Hines throws in a legs ride to stop that escape, potentially dangerous. 15 seconds left, first period, 4-1 Spray trails. Hard standing by the Red Raider trying to get a reversal here. Hines catches a trailing leg. Spray hits a switch away. Couldn't quite clear the hips. It'll be 4-1 Hines after one period. Flipping a disc. Comes up. Green, that's Hines' color. He defers. Spray's choice. He's going down to start the second period. Spray close a couple times to get a reversal and to escape, but unable to complete either one. Spray now to his feet. Turns, steps over top, gets the reversal. 4-3 now Spray trails. 1:42 left second period. Spray now riding with a claw ride. Now has the wrist tied up underneath. Hines able to pick that wrist off. And Spray back with a deep left-handed tight waist. Hines sitting in a ball on the mat. Spray trying to get him opened up a little bit. Hines gets pretty high here. Spray out over his shoulders, sticks in a legs ride. Spray still a long ways out over the shoulders here. Picking an ankle to try to regain control as Hines tries to hit a switch. Spray locking up through the thighs, stepping across the leg and picking that. Hines trying to lift that leg on the inside. Hey, Spray clears his hips. And we have potentially dangerous. The knee of Spray being bent sideways. 37 seconds left, second period. Spray trails 4-3. Again, the number 3 ranked Jaden Verhagen of Kaukauna awaits in the quarterfinals. He has already pinned his first round opponent. The winner of this match between Spray and Hines will take on Verhagen. 10 seconds left, second period. Spray trails 4-3. We got a stalemate. Caution. Spiral ride by the Red Raider, now chops an elbow in. That's how this period's coming to an end. Spray trails 4-3, but Hines will have choice. He will go down. They're going to put him on his feet. It will be 5-3 Hines. And they're going on their feet. Spray needs to take down the tie. Nice slide by, but Hines turned inside hard. Got to a single leg. Heck of a counter by Hines. Stalemate. Good call for the Red Raiders there. 1:40 left. Hard collar tie to an ankle pick, but missed the ankle. .125 left. Spray with some motion. Hines is on the defensive here. Half of a reach-in shot. Front headlock now by Hines. He'll hang on to this for a long time if he can. Spray trying to short drag it out. Okie choke locked up. Not quite. Doesn't have the head locked up in here, and Hines going to get a takedown. 7-3. Spray can't afford to sit around down here. He's got to go flying from the bottom. 50 seconds left. Hines trying to throw a legs right in. He got it in there. 35 seconds left. Hines going to be content to burn clock with a legs ride. Tough ride by Hines on top of Spray.
The winner in vote.
Stalemate. Good call for the Red Raiders. Got a chance to get a fresh restart. Nothing to lose here. Got to come out flying here, Patrick. 18 seconds left. He's down by 4 at 7-3. Spray trying to sit out, and Hines locks him down with a tight waist and a bar on the left-hand side.
Wrestling now in man 4, Division 1, 113 pounds, from Slinger, Michael.
Preston Spray goes down 7-3 to Colby Hines. Now he has to be Colby Hines' biggest supporter because Hines needs to beat Verhagen in the quarters in order for Spray to go through the wrestleback side. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling when Cale Bennett takes on Luke Ilishevsky of Mukwonago. Cale Bennett's at 126 pounds against Luke Ilishevsky of Mukwonago. Bennett's a senior, 37-9. Ilishevsky a senior, 44-5. These two wrestled earlier in the year, and I do believe the Ed Steck tournament. And Ilishevsky tech-falled Cale, so this is an uphill battle for the Red Raider in this first round matchup. Ilishevsky to double overhooks right off the get-go. Arm drag. Bennett grabs onto a leg temporarily, but now gets taken down. And Ilishevsky goes right to a cradle.
The winner at 120 pounds from Cedarburg with a fall in 1 minute, 23 seconds.
Ilishevsky looking for a cross-face cradle one more time as they go out of bounds. 1:15 left. Bennett trails 2-0. Bennett's long and lanky, long arms, long body, really long legs. Ilishevsky would be a little shorter, but more physical for sure. Bennett's able to get to his feet, but Ilishevsky takes him right back to his waist. Trying to get a turn here with a bar on a wrist. Bennett's tried to pick the legs off, but now comes to his feet. Tried to hit a switch, but didn't clear the hips hard enough. Now turns inside. Looking to get to a Granby, but Ilishevsky counters that, puts Bennett's back on his stomach. Ilishevsky with a cradle on Bennett's now. They got 12 seconds to survive this period. Period comes to an end for Bennett's. On the mat now for Nicolay Knights Wrestling. Parade in hot, the freshman, 31-12 from Nicolay against Edward Wilkuski out of Watertown, 5th ranked junior, 40-6.
From Kenosha Bradford with a decision of 3.
Bennett starting on top in the second period. As Ilishevsky got to his feet, comes out to face. He's got 1 point in the escape. It's now 6-0. Wilkowski of Watertown lifts Braden Knott, takes him back to the mat, has a 2-point lead with 1:30 left in the first period. Cradle now hopped into by Wilkowski, and he has Ott in deep trouble on his back. Bennett's trying to get a barrel roll attempt, steps over the top, and Ilishevsky turned him to his back temporarily. But Ilishevsky gets the 2 points. Not back on his feet with 1:10 left, 4-1. He got the escape. 2 points takedown, 2 points near fall. for Wilkowski. Wilkowski desperately trying to throw a headlock. Cale Bennett's trying to get a Granby roll. He's got two in a reversal. Cale trails 8-2 with 44 seconds left, second period. He's on top trying to ride. Wilkowski with a takedown now on Braden Knott. Again, Wilkowski ranked 5th in the state coming into the tournament. No near fall there. 6-1 the lead for Wilkowski. Bennett's on top, still riding with 18 seconds left. 8-2 is his deficit. He's got to score big points here. 10 seconds remaining. Second period, Bennett's on top and riding. Wilkowski lifts through the legs, trying to get a turn here on Braden Knott. Braden Knott trying to control her wrist and keep chest down. Close to the end of the period. And that's the way the period ends, 6-1. Wilkowski leads from Watertown. Bennett's after two periods trails 8-2 to Ilshevsky out of Mukwonago. They're starting on their feet. Bennett's with a dart at the ankle, but Ilshevsky counters, steps back, front headlock, Ilshevsky. Braden Knott on top starting the second period. Trying to step into a legs ride. Got put down on his hip. Now he's got to get his hip up. Ilshevsky with that double overhook again on Bennett's, warning stalling Bennett. Still trying to keep a legs ride here. And he turns Wilkowski back towards the stomach. Better position now. Got to get back on that legs ride. 1:25 left, still 6-1. Wilkowski looking to try to turn. Bennett's got headlocked to his back. Now he's got 1:05 left to fight this off. Braden Knott's got near fall coming here off a cradle ride. They're going to tighten this match up a little bit with 1 minute left in the second period. I don't think he's going to pin him here, but he's got near fall coming. Bennett's on the bottom here, trailing 13-2, 30 seconds left, third period. Got a big hill to climb. Braden Knott still on top with 35 seconds left. Bennett's with a 1-point escape, 13-3, 25 seconds left. Knott got 3 near fall, it's now 6-4. He tightens the match one more time. Braden Knott taking a little life out of Wilkowski here on top and riding. 10 seconds left, second period, 6-4. The Nicolay Knight trails by 2. Bennett's on his feet with 3 seconds left. Got to lock up a body throw. Time runs out, no points. Cale Bennett goes down 13-3 to Luke Ilshevsky of Mukwonago. Back to the individual state wrestling tournament, 145-pound first round matchup. Number 6 ranked Weiler Lubeck, the junior, 42-4, takes on an honorable mention wrestler from Bayport, Chandler Stordur, 31-13 is his record. Lubeck a place winner in the state tournament last year. This is his first round matchup. Lubeck, hard snap down. Shoots inside single, miss. Lubeck with a snatch on a knee, missed that. Comes up neutral again.
The winner at 145 pounds from Pius with a decision of 10-7, the
Lubeck trying to go around the corner, can't connect. Snap down by Stodur. And Lubeck stands to face him. Underhook now by Lubeck with head position. He's got wrist control as well. See if he can score from this position, and he breaks that contact off. Shot in again, snatches a knee, got it elevated. 55 seconds left, first period. Dump by Lubeck, takes him down, 2-0 the lead for the Red Raider. And they're out of bounds with 40 seconds left. Lubeck will be on top riding with a 2-0 lead. Stodur comes out with the escape, and he leads 2-1. Just under 30 seconds left. Underhook again by Lubeck on this near side. Got head position to go with it. Stodur tried to snap down. Lubeck stood right there in his chest. Right behind the scoring pylon for Lubeck's match. You can see the clock ticking down. Lubeck in with another shot. Dump takes him down with 1 second left on the edge of the mat. Nice shot by Lubeck. 4-1 to lead. The disc comes up red, Lubeck's color. He defers. Stordur's choice. He goes down to start the second. Probably figuring he's going to get his 1 point back again. Lubeck not noted for being a great rider. And he comes with that roll back to his feet. It's 4-2. Stodur with a shot and missed. Lubeck a hard guy to score on. He's got an underhook again with head position. Off the mat they work. Warning, stalling Stodur. Backing off the mat. Shot in again by Stodur. He got to a thigh, but Lubeck sprawling back. We're back at neutral. Coming up to our feet. Arm drag by Lubeck, missed it. Was close, but couldn't quite clear him. Snap down by Stodur. Lubeck faces him again with an underhook and head position. .105 left, second period.
The winner at 145 pounds, from Quantico, with a decision of 10-6, Nate Stonegate.
Both wrestlers standing chest to chest, neither one able to score there. Lubeck with a half a shot and got stopped by Stodur. Snap down by Stodur. Lubeck stands and comes up with the double underhooks. 30 seconds remaining. Front headlock by the Red Raider. Now comes with an underhook. Back to their feet. Lubeck in with a deep double left. Stodur with a whizzer. No takedown yet. Lubeck trying to force him over. Into a single again. Comes out behind. Got 10 seconds. Lubeck lifts. Stodur lands on his feet again. Lubeck got to come back up, reload him. Cannot get him off his feet. Stodur fought that takedown attempt hard, but Lubeck has a 4-2 lead after 2 periods. His choice, he will go down to start the third. Stodur working on a left-handed tight waist. Got a right-handed wrist control. Again, the top right-hand scoring pylon is the Lubeck match. As Lubeck works his way to his feet, working on hands. He's got the 1 point escape. He leads 5-2. Minute and a half left. Double overhooks by Stodur. Lubeck with an underhook. They go off the mat. Lubick with a shot into a single again. Stodur trying to front headlock, roll him over. Lubick got to fight this off. Stodur's reaching back, twisting on the neck of Lubick. Lubick just toughs that off, gets a takedown, comes out behind, 7-2. Lubick's head was like an owl spinning the wrong direction, but he fought it off. 7-3 now on the cut loose.
The winner at 145 pounds.
40 seconds left.
With a major decision, Cody Walker. The winner at 152 pounds from River Falls. With a fall of 5 minutes, 59 seconds, Nathan Fuller.
Double overhooks again by Stodur. Warning, stalling Lubick. Double arm toss, and they're off the mat with no points scored. 25 seconds left. Stodur again with the overhook, now the underhook. Looking to throw Lubick. 8 seconds left. Lateral drop, but off the mat. 6 seconds left. Warning, stalling Lubick. And the time has run out. 7-4, Lubick with his win at 145 pounds. He will take on the winner of Cody Whitmer of Burlington or Joseph Hoffman of Middleton. That match is not quite up yet. So Lubick advanced to the quarters. We'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling when we return at 220 pounds with Lane Collada taking on Kyle Bowens of Kenosha Bradford. Back now at the individual state tournament, first round of action, 220-pound weight class. Lane Collada, senior, 29-11, will take on an honorable mention wrestler Kyle Bowens, a senior, 24-4 out of Kenosha, Bradford. First year, Collada is qualified as a senior. He got down here by being a sectional champion. Bowens quick off that arm drag. Takedown, leads 2-0. Throws in a right side legs ride, looking to get to a cradle. Collada's got to control that hand over his shoulder. And Bowens got it locked up, Collada on his back. Bowen turns him one more time. 122 left. Collada's left shoulder up pretty high. I don't think he's going to pin him here, but he's going to get near fall and going to open up a lead.
The winner, 195 pounds.
Takes him over the top suicide style. Can't pin him here either as his arm is underneath the shoulder. Collada breaks the grip, goes stomach down. That's now 5-0 Bowen.
7 seconds.
Collada trying to get to his feet, working on hand control. Didn't keep hand control. And they're off the mat, Bowen in control.
Division 2 and 3, 113 pounder. Reported for weight.
45 seconds left first period, Collada on the bottom. Mike Iverson will follow right after this match.
Wrestling now on mat 3, Division 1, 220 pounds.
Iverson now built to a base.
Lane Collada from Kenosha Bradford, Kyle Bowen. Wrestling now.
17 seconds left. Bowen tried to tip him again, but they rolled straight through it.
Matt Brewster from Germany.
Collada's got to get some hand control underneath there as he comes to a high base, to his feet now. 5 seconds left.
From Brookfield East, Jacob Mandela. From New Richmond, Jake LaVenture.
End of one period, 5-0 Collada trails. The disc comes up red. That's Collada's choice. They're going on their feet. Now they're trying to get the time set. Now they got it on. Collada trying to work into that pinch headlock. Now front headlock. Can he go around the corner and get in here? Around the corner trying to pick the knee, pop the head out. He's got two in a takedown. 5-2 now. They're going to cut him loose. 6-2.
Mason Deal. The winner at 195.
Russian arm tie again by Bowen. Collada trying to get to that underhook. And they step off the mat. 1:16 left, second period. Collada backs Bowen up right off the circle. Slide by attempt by Bowen. Collada just stood there with a solid collar tie.
From Stevens Point, Jared Rody. Wrestling now on mat 1, Division 1, 285 pounds. From Slinger, Charlie Hover. From Milwaukee, Madison, Trayvon Cosin.
45 seconds left, second period. Collada trailing by 4 at 6-2.
The winner at 220 pounds from Watertown.
Bowen just standing there with a collar tie. Hasn't done nothing offensive at all this period.
The winner at 220 pounds.
The only points he scored is the one that Collada cut him loose.
46 seconds. Brett Whitman.
Collada now on an underhook. Backs Bowen right off the mat. Fresh restart coming with 14 seconds left. Collada again backs Bowen off the center circle. Bowen trying to keep that one arm tied up tight if he can and end the two periods. Bowen's choice, he's going down. Collada's choice will be on top. They're going to cut him loose, put him on his feet, give him a 7-2 lead. Collada's best position from his feet. They're hoping for that pinch headlock to come through big time.
Report for weigh-in. 126 pounds, Division 2 and 3. Report for weigh-in.
Collada working inside. Bowen drops down to his knees, got to a double.
285 pounds from Holman, Jesse Fear.
Now Collada gave up the whizzer. He got taken down. It's 9-2 right now. They close to going off, but not quite. Collada gets lifted again, taken back to the mat. Collada working on hands. He's got the escape. 9-3, 124 left. Big 5-point toss is not going to be enough now.
From Brookfield Central, will they fall in 1 minute, 13 seconds? Jacob Conley.
Warning, stalling Bowen. And he takes a shot at that time. Collada's got to score this. And can't waste a lot of time doing it. Now you got to turn him into the mat here, Lane. Picking that far side ankle, around the corner we go, and we're off the mat with 48 seconds left. 9-3, Collada trails.
Division 2 and 332 pounders. Reporting.
Bowen with a shot and Collada with a front headlock. Head in the hole, as they say, around the corner.
32-pound wrestlers. Reporting.
Got stopped coming in. 25 seconds remaining. Still 9-3, Collada trails. Warning, stalling, Bowen 1 point, Collada. It's 9-4 now. 7 seconds left, stalemate. Should be 9-4 the score. Collada's got to throw the big takedown right now. Headlock attempt, bad one, he missed. Time runs out. Collada goes down to Kyle Bowens of Kenosha Bradford. 9-4. And he will hope Bowens can win his next round matchup. And that will be against the winner of Brett William or Charlie Gehringer. Next up, Mike Collada, the 285-pounder, 24-10 senior. He's taking on Isaac Klarkowski of Green Bay East Southwest, ranked number 4 in the state, 29-5, also a senior.
Wrestling down on mat 3, Division 1, 285 pounds. From Wisconsin Rapids, Mike Iverson. From Green Bay United, Isaac.
And both wrestlers tried to put the leg band on, a colored leg band. Iverson gets his to fit. And Klarkowski's would not go around his ankle.
The winner at 220 pounds.
Klarkowski with an overhook and head position.
With a decision of 9-4, Kyle Bowens. The winner at 195 pounds. From Brookfield.
Underhook now by Klarkowski with head position.
17 seconds.
Iverson thought about a headlock and wisely backed off of that.
On deck, mat 6, Division 1, 285 pounds. From Bayport, Max Musin. From Menominee, Andrew Fenton. On deck, mat 3, Division 1, 106 pounds.
Back trip by Klarkowski, caught Iverson on his back. This is deep trouble. Pin for Klarkowski. Caught Iverson pushing in, he back tripped him and took him to his back and stuck him. 52 seconds on the fall time, and like Iverson, and like Collada, Iverson needs Klarkowski to win his next match. That'll be either against Connor Roscoe out of Kenosha Tremper or Jesse Fires out of Holman. The Red Raiders in the first round had a tough day. They had one winner, that's Weiler Lubeck. It is questionable to see if Lubeck will be able to return. He injured an elbow shoulder area on that very final flurry with time probably out or just about out, and we'll see if Weiler is able to continue. The other Red Raiders have to hope the guy that beat them wins their next round of wrestling for the Red Raiders to get a wrestleback. We'll bring you more of the WIAA Individual State Wrestling Tournament right here on River City's Community Media. Day 1 is complete of the WIAA Individual State Wrestling Championship for Division 1. Division 2 and 3 warming up now. The Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School Red Raiders had 5 entrants into the tournament coming in, and here's how things looked on day 1. Not a very good day for the Red Raiders all the way through the lineup. At 106 pounds, Preston Spray had a first round loss, 7-3 to Colby Hines of Waunakee, and Hines did not win his next match, so Spray is knocked out of the tournament. At 126, Cale Bennett lost to Luke Ilshevsky out of Mukwonago, and Ilshevsky did not win his next match, so Bennett is knocked out of the tournament. At 220 pounds, Lane Collada lost his first round matchup 9-4 to Kyle Bowens out of Kenosha Bradford. Bowens did not win his next match, and Collada is knocked out of the tournament. Weiler Lubeck at 145 wrestled Chandler Stordur of Bayport, beat him, and then in a last-second flurry by Stordur, Lubeck landed off the mat, both arms straight when he hit the deck, and dislocated his elbow. So he has an injury default. He will not be able to continue wrestling, even though he advanced in the 145-pound bracket. So Weiler Lubeck's tournament is done. He would drop back with the default on the championship side to the wrestleback round, but unable to continue there as well due to the injury. So Weiler Lubeck's season is done. At 285, Mike Iverson got pinned by Isaac Klarkowski of Green Bay East West in 52 seconds. The good thing is Klarkowski won his next round matchup in overtime 3-1. So Iverson, for the Red Raiders, the big senior heavyweight, will have one wrestleback at least against Jesse Fires out of Holman, who is a senior at 42-13. So that is day one of the 76th annual Individual State Wrestling Tournament. The Red Raiders will have the 285-pounder Iverson to watch tomorrow, and hopefully he can keep on winning to gain himself a place on the podium at the state individual tournament. That's it for now, and River Cities Community Media will bring you the Iverson match when we return. Back now at the Kohl Center, day two. This is wrestleback side action. You got to win to keep staying alive in the tournament. Going to cover Mike Iverson against Jesse Fires out of Holman. These two stepping on the mat. Iverson and Fires need to win this match in order to stay alive and keep wrestling. Preston Spray at 106 lost his first round match 7-3 to Colby Hines. He was eliminated. Cale Bennett's the same way. Lost to Luke Ilishevsky of McWanago and was eliminated. Lane Collado lost to Kyra Bowers 9-4 and was eliminated. Iverson lost his first round to Isaac Klarkowski and a pin in 52 seconds. A little bit of a first-time tournament stage fright for the big heavyweight, but he was able to get a wrestleback as Klarkowski won his next match. Weiler Lubeck won his first-round matchup over Chandler Stordur, but was injured in a flurry that happened right shortly after the buzzer. At the end of the match, dislocated and broken elbow, so he is unable to continue. We wish him the best of luck in his full recovery. Iverson, a couple of big heavyweights here, both of them maximum weight 285. Fires 42-13 from Holman. He's a senior. He's ranked number 11 in the state. Iverson 24-11. Iverson has been wrestling a year and about a half, and that's all he's wrestled. First 1 minute period, done. Iverson's choice. And he says they're going on their feet. Fires took his choice. He went down. Iverson put him on his feet. Fires with a 1 point lead.
From Oak Creek. By a fall.
Iverson with a collar tie, snapping down on the head of Fires. Fires trying to return the favor.
From Homestead with a major decision, Jacob Zucki.
Fires trying to get to a Russian arm tie. Stop the pawing down on the back of his head. That's very tiring when somebody's pulling hard down on the back of your neck all match long. That gets to you at the end. Russian arm tie again by Fires. Iverson looking for an underhook. Iverson's got a very good blast double, and he's got a good cross-body pick as well. Knee pick.
On deck, match 5.
1 minute left, second period. In the wrestleback side, the first period is 1 minute. Second and third. Mike recover. Oh, and he couldn't recover. Now he rolls him off the top. Back to his feet. 2 takedown, 2 near fall, 1 escape. 5-1 Fires. He had Iverson just straight up and down on one knee and took him over his balance point. 30 seconds left. Iverson in a 4-point hole. Both working on collar ties, snapping down on the head hard. 5 seconds left. End of 2 periods. 5-1 Fires. Iverson's got to go on his feet. He's not his best position from the bottom. Iverson's got to make something happen here. Hard snaps by by Iverson. There's that knee pick. Didn't quite make it work that time. .130 left.
Is a proud sponsor of WIA.
2-point toss, or 2% toss by Fires, and he gets Iverson on his back and sticks him there. Iverson's tournament and his high school wrestling career has come to an end with a pin in 4 minutes.
95 pounds from Nina with a fall in 2 minutes, 17 seconds.
Jesse Fires advances one more round. Mike Iverson, heavyweight again, only wrestling a year and a half for the Red Raiders. Huge learning curve. Congratulations on making it down to the state tournament. And that will be it for Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling for the year 2018-2019. An improvement from last year to this year. Considerable improvement. The Red Raiders winning a conference championship, defeating Marshfield in the process, and then advancing 5 to the individual state tournament. Some of which, like Iverson, who you'd never thought would have made it, but they did. Lane Collada, Preston Spray, Cale Bennett, and Weiler Lubeck. I do not know if we'll be able to get a coach's interview at the end. We will see if that is possible. But in any event, I thank Mr. Craig Tim for volunteering many weekends of his time to give us the best seats in the house on River City's Community Access. My name is Scott Tesh. We'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling on River City's Community Media. Back now at the Kohl Center here in Madison at the individual state wrestling tournament. Head coach Scott Bennett of the Lincoln High School Red Raiders. Thanks for giving us a little bit of time after the end of a kind of a rough tournament for the Red Raiders, but chance to get some feet wet for some young guys, and a couple guys that maybe didn't expect to get down here got to kind of realize a goal and wrestle in the state tournament.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if obviously, with the exception of a couple matches, I don't know that was surprising results down here. I mean, if someone were to look at it, fill out a bracket, I don't think a lot of things were different other than obviously Weiler getting hurt and then Preston's first match. Other than that, it was probably pretty predictable.
Yeah, Preston Spray at 106 against Colby Hines. Tough match. I didn't see him before. I couldn't get a read on him, how he was doing, what his mental was. He just never really got close to scoring points.
Yeah, you know, I think it was 2 young kids that both of them seemed nervous. You know, sometimes records at weight like 106, or depending on the schools that you wrestle, are deceiving. This kid's record was deceiving because he was at 13 a lot.
Right.
So we knew he was going to be big, and one of Preston's limitations right now is that he's small, and so we ran into a size issue. He did wrestle nervous on his feet, and then we got taken down twice, but then got ourselves back in the match. It was 4-3 going into the third, and we were going to be on top, and we didn't really get close to scoring in that second on top, so we decided to try to go on our feet, try to tie it back up 5-5, and then you know, gave up that takedown. So not really his best match.
The winner, Division 2,
the experience is going to be, you know, paid back multiple times as he gets back down here, and you know, it was one of those where a different spot in the bracket. I think he can wrestle with a lot of guys. We hit a really tough spot in the bracket, knowing that if we lost that match, we were not getting to wrestle back. And so, good experience for him. I'd expect to see him in a bunch of rounds next year down here.
Cale Bennett's at 126, a senior for the Red Raiders. Tough matchup against Luke Olszewski of McWanago. He's very good, very physical, and he gets knocked out in the first. He didn't get a wrestle back.
Yeah, as getting Cale down here was one of those where we could have been anywhere from, probably, first through fourth in the sectional.
Right.
Wrestled a good sectional. Things went our way. Ended up second. Qualified down here, and then hit a hard spot in that bracket as well. Our draws coming down weren't great.
No.
And the McWanago kid had beaten him pretty soundly before, knowing that that wasn't a great matchup. I don't think we wrestled that match bad. We wrestled a lot closer than we did the last time. But then hoping that we'd get a wrestle back, knowing that Wilikowski was awful good, though. Proved to be not a good matchup for the McWanago kids, so we lost our wrestle back. And so Cale goes 0-1. And, it was neat for him to get down here, his dad being on a coaching staff, and having a chance to coach one of his sons in Madison was pretty special. Tim's going to get a shot to do that again in the future, and had Patrick down here before. But for Shane and Cale, it was a pretty special time.
You bet. Something nice to remember for the Bennett's family.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is. More than anything else, just for those two, that they got to share that time together down here, and pretty special time for them.
We'll go to 220 in Lane Collada again, a first-time qualifier, and a guy that, he could have qualified, and then maybe you wouldn't have expected him to get down here, and goes 9-4 with Kyle Bowens of Kenosha Bradford, and does not get a wrestle back either.
Yeah, a year ago, Lane actually came close to getting down here, just kind of way a weight fell. He wrestled pretty well, got through that first round of sectionals, and then had some expectations for him this year, and he did not wrestle well for a pretty good chunk of the year, and it was kind of disappointing, and just expected to see a bigger jump. And then the last 2 weeks there, regional and sectional, I thought he wrestled real well. And again, he was going to have to win that first round. He's kind of like heavyweight, upper weight wrestling. Some guys are really, really explosive, do a lot of stuff. Most heavyweight type wrestlers have to get to their position to win. Unfortunately, we could not get to his underhook at all last night, and he's pretty limited once we're out of that. He wrestles within a box. If we're outside that box, we're not going to do well. And that kid was strong enough, athletic enough to hold position. We didn't get much going. So.
Mike Iverson at 285.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. A year and a half ago, it really wasn't even thought about wrestling.
No.
And then he comes out and has some success last year. This year, as a senior, qualifies for the state tournament. Had a couple matches, lost to the number 4 ranked guy. I think that was more the deer in the headlights look than anything.
Yeah.
And then was going pretty good with fires here at the end, and then got caught, put to his back.
Yeah, kind of same as Lane. We have to, wrestle a perfect match because, he doesn't turn to better guys when he's on top. He doesn't come off the bottom always on the better guys. So kind of limits our options as to what we can do in a match. And we don't get that knee block takedown.
Or the blast double.
Yeah, it kind of creates some problems. So, watching that kid wrestle last night, the kid was decent, way better than his record. Figured out it was going to be a tough matchup. His first round match, also tough matchup. I think that kid's going to wrestle back all the way. I think he'll get beat tonight, come all the way back to third, though. So I think he's going to be beaten by 2 place winners. So he didn't wrestle bad, just a little bit too inexperienced, not having enough different things he can do to score points. So.
145-pounder Weiler Lubeck. We'll touch on him. The only winner of the first round for the Lincoln High School Red Raiders.
The only winner.
31-13. He took out Chandler Stouder of Bayport, and pretty good controlled match there. And then the flurry at or slightly after the buzzer to end the match. Stouder was trying to throw him, and human nature says try to protect yourself when you fall. He stuck his arm out, and it was locked in place, and he dislocated it and then had a fracture on the end of it, so that takes him out of the tournament. Just a terrible series of events there for Weiler Lubeck.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Feel real bad for Weiler. He's here today right now, and came back to watch Mike wrestle. He's a classy kid. didn't necessarily wrestle his best match last night. He was a little bit defensive, and sometimes he went into that prevent mode right at the end. Got called for stalling, and kid wanted to throw. We got thrown a couple times where kid was in that position, and that restart was it was under 10 seconds on a restart, and yeah, I wish we would have circled just a little bit more, not tied up, got in that spot. But yeah, he posted on that elbow. It was right in front of us. He saw it happen. It was not good. And yeah, it ended his season, and he'll be back. I talked to the doctor that was with him. I talked to her this morning,
right.
And she said she thinks he'll be just fine.
That's good. Good to hear that.
Yeah, and yeah, there's not. It was an unfortunate situation. We were going to have a tough quarterfinal. But Weiler was going to place in the top 6 somewhere. Maybe that O'Toole match was going to be a rough one in the semis. But I really think he was the third best guy, second best guy in that weight class. Unfortunately, we don't get to wrestle another match.
Yeah, you don't get a chance to try to show that.
Yeah, and even for the other kid, it was really, really unfortunate because if there would have been any time left when that happened, that kid could have at least wrestled 2 more matches. The way it was, we took both guys out. When that happened, both guys were done, and it's just it was a bad situation.
Yeah, a bad freaky thing that sometimes does show up in sports. Coach, the Red Raiders as a team improved this year quite a bit. Conference champions, beat Marshfield, a ranked team who's going to the state team tournament. 5 guys down here to state. A lot better results in the regionals and sectionals. A team that's on the build.
Yeah, we were focused pretty hard on intently on winning a regional, and those couple wins we had on over Marshfield earlier weren't necessarily the ones we were shooting for. I'm not saying we don't want to win a conference title or it's not important, but we really wanted to get ourselves wrestling our best at the regional. Didn't really push at times for some of those other things. We just happened to wrestle real well, and had some good wins over in Marinette. Wrestled well in some tournaments and made a lot of progress. But I think in some cases we were overachieving. It's kind of what you saw down here with some of the guys that we got down here. Maybe overachieved to be here, and then when you get too far into something, then the results don't look quite so good. Same thing with us. As we started to, win that duel with Marshfield, win the conference, start to, we ended up 19-2 in duels. You start to set your expectations a little bit higher, and as your expectations get higher, you take a chance of failing. And we just did not wrestle our best at that regional. Marshfield did wrestle their best. Even at wrestling our best, I don't know if we could have beat Marshfield the way that they were wrestling. And I think we could have made it closer. We beat them 2 out of 3 times that we wrestled them, but that day they were better than we were.
Yep,
and,
they had their best tournament then.
Yeah, and unfortunately we needed to have ours, and we needed help, and they had to stumble a bit, and they didn't. So, overall it was a darn good year. We sat down last year, set goals at the conclusion of the season. We're going to do that this coming Wednesday, and we wanted to get 6 guys to Madison, and on a different day in the sectionals, we had a couple guys that could have gone that we didn't get down here. We didn't want to just settle for a top 2 in the conference. I believe we were there last year, and we wanted to win the conference, and so we did have that as one of our goals. So we achieved that. We were real close on the individual, qualifiers. Goal was to get to team state. So we fell short of probably the one that we had at the top of the list. But I guess that's how goals go, is you set a series of goals that hopefully are, successive, that one builds on the last one.
Right.
I think we did a lot of work to try to get there. We just came up a little bit short, and unfortunately that's how sports go. If you set your goals high enough, you don't always achieve them, and we didn't quite achieve them. So.
The Red Raiders, again, a team on the big upswing here. Look for bigger and better things next year. Thanks, Scott, for taking the time.
Thank you.
And giving us a good quality team to watch all year long on River City's Community Media. We really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
That's it for Craig Tim, head coach Scott Bennett, myself, Scott Tesh. We'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling on River City's Community Media.